the man pulls, himself. He was looking a bit down about
Right, yeah, he got
surrendering, and he points out, and he's very, we all the best scavenge sites around here.
Sure.
This
Well,
is our place.
if you want some of the best sipping liquor that I think I have tasted in my time, then if you brought some of that scavenge back to this spot, that woman in that boat, that fine keel boat, I bet she would trade you some of that fine cactus liquor for some of that fine scavenge. And I'll bet you won't even get shot. So, I don't know. It's something to think on. By the way, you said something about a man who talks to you. He sounds interesting. He came and
They all start.
Mm-hmm.
They all start talking.
Oh yeah, I'm going to soak up the information. This is interesting.
Okay. It's clear that the various bits of armor that they all had have come from him, and possibly some of the weapons, the ones that weren't just flaming torches. Give me an insight roll.
Not my top skill. I'm fairly simple soul, I will say. I'm not a whiz. My two intellectual friends here are much better at this sort of thing. And I only roll a feeble 7, so I guess it kind of goes over my head. So
they tell you about this guy, and there's someone around who's...
Yeah, I don't quite put it together, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh well. Well, they seem like good people under it all. And, no real harm done. Ouch. Except to me
what
and my
did
friends.
You say?
Well, you're not there. And...
What, we are?
No,
Okay.
I thought I was walking with them. I didn't expect you guys to come with me.
On your
okay. Who's gonna guard the truck? So, anyway, Ross, I'm willing to see the back of these people and say goodbye. And it's too bad I didn't.
They're disappearing off into the ruins.
Well, I gave them my advice, so what can I do? Ma told me not to, go on and on and on after I've said my piece. So, I will head back and say, well, fine folk.
Fucking rednecks, if you ask me.
You can't be serious, Okma.
Oh, well, a little excitable for some reason. They tried to explain it to me, didn't quite follow. So, everybody okay?
Yes, so I assume you are now taking a rest, and therefore can do all the exciting things happen. You have a rest.
At least me.
I need a drink.
I'll share we'll finish the jug.
Right, so things you definitely get to do are, did you use any of your Omega Tech?
I did.
Yes.
If you use Omega Tech, you have to roll to see if it has run out of energy or juice or something.
It's like a saving throw, right?
I believe it is a saving throw. You might get a bonus depending on your... Give me 1 second, I will check if I'm making this up.
I do. I get a +2 to Omega Tech salvage check because I'm an engineered human.
Yeah, okay. That only makes sense. You take better care of it than the rest of us.
Okay, so you can... otherwise it's a saving throw.
It's gone.
Yeah. That force spike that I have, I pick it up and I go zip zap on it to see if it's still working, and guess what? It's not.
I think your force spike is fine, but you used up your thing that gave you extra shifts.
No, I know that. I crossed that guy
out.
Okay. That one was.
I don't see that the force spike that you didn't actually do anything with.
Okay.
Necessarily runs out of juice.
First of all,
I'd like to see you hit something with
the adrenaline pill was a consumable, so I don't think it. I think it's just gone no matter what.
Yes.
And I would guess I was just being a hard player. I mean, basically being hard on myself and saying that my bonus that I got for it was good enough, but for use. But it's up to you. If I can keep the force spike, I guess I do.
Oh, I'd like to see someone get hit with it. It seems fun and exciting.
Okay.
And I must say farewell to
And
you.
we always got really excited about things we reached back when we were playing 4E before it. Was never,
That's true.
never made any difference whatsoever. So,
That's not true. You zapped those zombie monks with reach, as I recall, in the brain maze. But
darn it.
so
Anyway,
yes.
so that happens. If you have your alpha powers will all mutate to draw new and exciting alpha powers.
Ooh,
All of
Yeah.
us, right?
Yep. Although you have a special ability that you get to pick from two, as I recall.
Yes.
so without further ado,
Oh, and in case that was unclear, when those two are going to take another drink, I'm going to take a little rest.
we're all resting. So let's start with Okma, I will say,
Okay.
who gets a venomous spurs. Ooh, nice. It's a standard action melee, one creature, level +3 versus fortitude. Doesn't do much damage. 1d6 plus strength modifier plus twice your level, poison damage, when the target is dazed and takes ongoing 10 poison damage, save ends both. No, it's actually pretty amazing.
And it's got an after effect, which is means they keep being poisoned even once they've saved, and have to save again.
And there is an after effect, which I don't know what it is.
We'll
guess-
get there after I poison someone.
Yeah, indeed. You missed the bit that it says it's a platypus thing. But anyway. And it's
Oh,
got an
right,
overcharge.
right. Yeah, it's a platypus thing. Okay, Leica, you get 2. So 1 is hostility. You cause your enemy to regard everyone as a foe. It does damage, and during its turn, the target must attack the nearest creature if possible. Save ends. Also, it dazes the target as an after effect. Or you get Radiohead. You've got a song stuck in your head, and so does everyone else. It's a benefit. You can receive and broadcast analog radio signals. You can transmit any sound you can imagine or are currently hearing, including voice communication and sound. You have a range of 10 miles. Wow, those are pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah, Radiohead is cool. Hostility is also cool, but you get both, or you have to choose.
I
Well,
have
she has
to choose.
Yeah.
Okay. While you choose, I have vampiric healing.
Oh.
Ooh. So it's an attack. Does a huge amount of damage. 3d8 plus Constitution modifier, which is my
These things are
stat.
so overpowered, it's ridiculous. But I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that you're supposed to keep exclaiming that until you get used to it.
Go on, sink your fangs in. You'll feel better. Love it. Best power I got so far. Oh.
I think the adaptive resistance was quite good. It stopped you getting hit several times. Well,
Yeah, that was good too. Being pretty.
Now, it actually saved you a ton of damage.
It did. Except the burning.
Yeah, I just finished editing last week's video. I'm a little bit behind, and it was pretty physically dramatic watching all the different things happen. So it's the game certainly delivers when it comes to the crazy imagery in combat.
Cool.
Okay,
Uh,
I choose Radiohead just because it sounds nice.
Sounds fun. Right, cool. You also will get 150 XP
Oh,
for driving off these people.
Which brings us to 281, I think.
correct.
That sounds right. Your ability to get any physical rewards from this experience depends to some extent on your ethics around the possibility of looting people's schools while they're not there.
Oh, that's not right.
I was,
Not even I.
as Alkma says that, I was already going to look at one of the stores and I hear
I
him
just might
say,
But there were.
kind of pick you up by the back of the uniform and say, "Hold on there."
But you guys, you know what? There are those two unconscious and the one without a head. If nobody else got to them, I don't see why we shouldn't look at them.
You can
"Are you going to loot corpses? That's disgusting."
Know what disgusting is? If people try to kill me,
But they're dead.
Okay.
Are you going to touch
one
them?
of them is. And I didn't say I killed the other ones. I just said I want to look at what they have.
Right.
Okay. You can look at two of them. One of them you knocked so hard that they flew back into the river and floated away. But you can certainly rummage through the whatever the one who had no longer has a head was carrying, or the one who got knocked back into the bank. Would you like to roll? It's supposed to be. Give me a roll of well, it's basically a D100 roll.
Oh,
Just a
Mhm.
second. Okma, did you tell us about that? Them talking about some guy giving them stuff?
I did not because I rolled
Okay.
badly on my insight, which
Okay.
means there's nothing sensible that I can tell you.
Okay,
Right.
too bad.
I know. There's many things, little pieces we could put together right here, but yeah.
We are not.
I just came back talking about they turned out to be kind of nice after all.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably got me
I know.
slightly
I
distracted.
know the two of you about just this guy, So
Okay, I rolled a 13. And what was it you said?
You rolled a 13. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cool.
Anything I could add?
No, it's just a number from a table. You give me another one for what the other one's carrying as well. But and I assume it must be not filled up with sand. This guy was carrying a punching bag.
Can keep it.
So it's basically a leather sack.
You want it?
There's nothing wrong with a leather sack. You can keep your things in it.
Yeah, that's true. You can empty it.
I think this is a proper old school punching bag, which is now basically held together with duct tape. But still, even better.
Even better, right? It's already been repaired. Fantastic.
Well,
So it's great. On the one hand, we get 4
Hey.
spikes, and the other we get like old crap.
Yeah, and so that's the guy who no longer has a head. His life choices we have to keep questioning. If you want to look through the other guy who's got knocked back into a bank and is very much, unfortunately, dead from the force of that. You can also rummage through his stuff if you want.
yeah. Why not?
Ew.
Maybe I find something useful. Nope. A 13 again.
Ah,
They had a
Maybe
match
they're-
set.
training buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
However, and because I set this up nicely for myself previously, if you spend a little bit of your time fiddling around with flying monkey backpacks, you get them working.
Nice.